Welcome back, everybody. It's great to see you again. This is Chris for another English speaking and accent training video. And this time I want to talk about what you would say when somebody says to you, thank you. What would be your first reaction? What would be the first thing that you would think of? Probably a lot of people would think of, you're welcome, right? You're welcome. And this is certainly not wrong. You can say you're welcome. But there are a lot of other different phrases that we can use. I want to look at some of them in this video and also try to point out some issues with pronunciation that might help you. First of all is the word thank you. You need to really watch the pronunciation of this word. This can be difficult for a lot of English learners. First of all, we have this th sound. So a lot of people will say thank you, or thank you, something like that. But it should be thank you. So when you say this word, your tongue should be just behind your upper teeth or in between your upper and lower teeth, like here, thank you. Or it may be sticking out slightly like this, thank you, thank you. There. If your tongue is not in this position, then you're not saying this word right. It should be thank you. And these two words join together, so it's almost like Q, Q, Q. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so what would you say in response? You could say, don't mention it. So in this phrase, don't, we wouldn't say the last t normally. It would be, don't mention it. Don't mention it. So here it's like a glottal sound. Your glottis would close and open up again. Don't mention it. Don't mention it. Or don't mention it. This means you don't need to thank me. You don't need to mention the word thank you, right? It's not a big thing. You could also say, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. So here the it's and my join together. Smy, smy. It's my pleasure. Watch the pronunciation of pleasure. 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 It's my pleasure. This means it was really nice for me to help you. It's no trouble for me and I really enjoyed it. I'm happy to help you. Yes, we can say happy to help. Happy to help. This means it makes me happy to help you. Everybody likes to hear this. So in happy to help, the to changes to t. Happy to help. I'm happy to help. You could also say anytime. Anytime. This means that I'm always willing to help you. Any time of the day. So this is a really good one to use with friends and in informal situations. You can also say things like no problem. No problem. It's not a problem. We have phrases like this in a lot of languages. No problem. Now watch this word problem. We stress the first half of the word. We say problem. No problem. Problem. Not problem or problem like in some languages. It should be problem. No problem. You can also say no worries. This is basically the same thing, but it's a more slangy phrase. If somebody says thank you, you can say no worries. It's a very cool phrase to use. You might also want to say that it wasn't a big deal, that you can say it's nothing. It's nothing. Or it was nothing. It was. Was changes to was here. It was nothing. It was nothing. It was nothing. Or it's nothing. It's nothing. So these two words connect together. Nothing. It's nothing. Or you could say no need to thank. No need to thank. So here the to changes to t. No need to. We don't pronounce the last d in need. So it'd be no need to. No need to. No need to thank. Lastly, there's a few things that you might want to watch out for. There's a few things that you probably wouldn't want to say, like okay. If somebody says thank you and you say okay, it could sound a little bit rude. It's not really a polite phrase to use. If somebody says of course, that would also be strange. It's like, when do we normally use of course? If somebody asks you if you want to do something or if you want to take part in something, and you say, of course, that's when you would normally use this phrase. If somebody says thank you, you shouldn't say of course. That would be strange. So you might want to watch out for these. There are some phrases that we would normally use, some that we probably wouldn't use. So you can't just say anything in response. This is part of polite language. We have set phrases and set things that we say in order to sound more like a native speaker. So I really hope that you found these phrases useful and that your British accent is improving. Don't forget to check out all my other videos on my channel. Hit subscribe so you don't miss any of them. And also check out my website because I've got loads of videos and resources on my site for learning English and also the British accent. So definitely check out that, speakenglishwithchris.com. And that's all for this video. Let me know what you want to see videos about if you've got any questions, and otherwise, I'll see you again very soon.